Hello. I intend to read out one of the sonnets from my quarantine sonnets, Sex, Money and Shakespeare, published by Kitaab, Singapore, the proceeds of which will be donated to a charity in Singapore that's trying to help migrant workers cope with the virus crisis. The book itself started off sometime around the end of March when I was in the virus lockdown imposed in Denmark. And a friend of mine asked me to write an academic paper on Shakespeare's sonnets. I started rereading the sonnets. And in the process, I started rewriting them. At first, I'd intended just to do it for myself, keep myself occupied, share it with some friends. But as the crisis and our times started seeping into the sonnets, I also started sharing them with some friends. One of them urged me to publish them, and when Kitaab generously offered to donate its profits and my royalties to a charity, I went ahead and did so. I'll read out one of the sonnets that I have rewritten, but first I'll read Shakespeare's sonnet, the original sonnet, so that you might get an idea of how I've used elements from Shakespeare's sonnets and abused some of the elements too. Genius, as I often say, and Shakespeare was a genius of his kind. Genius does not demand respect. That is something that talent demands. Genius demands irreverence. The poem, the sonnet I have adapted, is Sonnet 85 in Shakespeare's series, and this is how it runs. My tongue-tied muse in manners holds her still, while comments of your praise richly compiled reserve your character with golden quill, and precious phrase by all the muses filed. I think good thoughts, whilst other write good words, and like unlettered clerk still cry Amen to every hymn that able spirit affords in polished form of well-refined pen. Hearing you praised, I say, 'tis so, 'tis true, and to the most of praise add something more. But that is in my thought, whose love to you, though words come hinmost, holds his rank before. Then others for the breadth of words respect, me for my dumb thoughts speaking in effect. I took certain elements from the sonnet, some words, some phrases, as well as its play on praise and what can be said and not said, and wrote my version. My tongue-tied muse in manners holds her still. My tongue is tied, we kept your folk curfew. To others' praise of you we added more, and now we are trekking home as asked to do, with almost no cash or food in store. I silently fear we'll surely be dead. If this coronavirus thing us spares, with no employment we will starve instead. I turn around to see how my wife fares. She bears our youngest daughter on her back. We cannot rest or stop, that much we know. I carry all our possessions in a sack. We have about 600 miles to go. On balconies the middle classes stand, and from a safe distance give us a hand. Thank you.